It's recording right now? Alright. 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 Hi y'all, welcome to the first prototype episode of ToborTalks. My name is Aiden, our host. I'm our outreach and documentation lead. And with me is Sophia.
I do software and drive team.
And also GU.
I'm the hardware guy.
Yes. Alright. And this is kind of essentially just our first episode, really, of just kind of testing if everything works, basically. So there's definitely going to be a lot of errors. There's going to be a lot of issues with lighting. But besides that, we should be okay. I guess the general structure of this podcast, at least for this first episode, is in the future we're going to be doing a lot of general story times, like, hey, how did this event happen on our team, how did it play out? We're offering kind of our own unique takes on it, as well as some various different technical episodes where we talk about software or hardware or what exactly the process is behind learning this. But since it is our first episode, we're going to start off pretty light. We're just going to do a quick Q&A, and hopefully that'll open the door for more stories and conversations. So the first question that I have pulled up here, what is your favorite moment on our team so far?
For me, I think, would be probably like getting into Worlds.
Yeah, bro.
The last few minutes of the state meet, when we got announced to go to Worlds.
That was the most terrifying thing ever.
Yeah, that was probably
right?
my favorite moment.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I honestly don't know because, getting into Worlds is pretty awesome, but it was also absolutely horrifying for me.
It was horrifying.
Because I'm drive coach, so I made some weird calls for that final states match.
So what were the calls?
Because I put on some other teams instead of running us the second match. And then,
that's true.
Everything broke the last match, so that was pretty fun. So that was kind of horrifying, but it was a pretty good moment.
Yeah.
I don't know. I have a lot of favorite moments on this team. My rookie year was really fun. That was Rover Ruckus. I just remember having a lot of fun.
No, my favorite moment on the team was probably also those moments of when, after the final match at States, because there was so much tension at the end because the scores were so unclear. And I remember waiting. Everyone, it was us and some members of our alliance partner, and we were all just standing there, and it was not exactly silence, but you could hear just a full tension because they take so long to calculate scores, right?
Because we got a lot of penalties.
Because there was a lot of penalties involved. But I remember just hearing that and be like, the winner of this match, it's the Red Alliance, or I don't know what alliance they were.
We were red.
We were red, yeah. And I just remember screaming my head off. It was so amazing. Because ranking is now based off of whether you win, lose, or tie, instead of just the amount of points you get in the game in prior seasons. I think it encourages now a lot more teamwork. Because I know our team, obviously, because you speak to a lot of the other captains of the teams and drive coaches about strategies beforehand. And I think now, which is really good because we've been able to practice that skill. And this future season is really going to encourage that behavior of really teamwork and I guess gracious professionalism now. So that's going to be really fun.
I like the GP drop right there.
I know, look at that.
I agree. I think the win-loss tie thing, especially, it's been that way in the past, but they changed that way right before my rookie year. So I haven't actually got to experience that either. So
Wait, has it always just been points?
No, before Rover Ruckus, it was win-loss tie, I believe. And then Rover Ruckus year, it became RP, shrinking points. But that year they still rewarded penalties to the opposing alliance if you got penalties.
So why do you think they changed it for Fright Frenzy?
Well, honestly, probably because of defense.
That's
that
true,
might be the biggest reason, or it just might be that the nature of the elements is so that they're guessing teams are probably going to get a lot of penalties with their designs, especially if they're not explicitly designed to be anti-penalty.
Yeah, that's true. Next question, what was your favorite outreach event throughout your time here on ToborTalk?
I think my favorite was probably the Ronald McDonald Houses.
But basically, the Ronald McDonald House is a charity organization that provides housing for families whose kids are sick and that might not be able to initially afford being able to get treatment and housing in that area. But what it essentially does is, obviously in more underprivileged communities with children who are sick, families often can't afford housing, they can't afford to get the proper treatment. So what the Ronald McDonald House provides not only treatment for their children, but also a place where they can go and get housing and basically food and stuff like that. Me personally, I probably was also my favorite because it was It was really heartwarming, honestly. It was kind of sad too, a little bittersweet, because there are so many kids who are passionate about robotics, who were super interested in everything that we were doing, but they just couldn't, like they've never experienced stuff like that before because they were like always like in treatment or always doing something like that. So being able to kind of give them that opportunity to like see it was really impactful for me. It hit something in me a little bit. So yeah, that's probably my favorite as well. What about you, Sophia?
I don't know. There's a lot. I always really like working with younger kids who are super interested in robots. So Ronald McDonald's is one that we've done more recently that I also have a lot of fun working with them. They really like crashing into us.
Oh my god, dude, we got like so hurt there.
Yeah, we left with some bruises, but it was worth it.
We played like, what is it? Catch the robotics guy.
Catch the robotic.
robotics guy.
And I was just running around trying to
So
catch
really it's our own fault.
Yeah. We went to the library, and there were a bunch of, we were at like the kids' hour, so they read like Dr. Seuss, and then they had like a massive cat come out. Anyways, that was pretty fun. And then afterwards we just got to drive around the robots, have the kids drive mini bots. And it was just a really fun time because there were a lot of kids there. I think there were like 20 or 30 kids that came over the span of 2 hours.
Yeah.
So it was like super fun.
Yeah, so what was your, let's do this one. What was your least favorite season and your time on an art team?
I think my least favorite season was what is it called again? Was the COVID?
Everybody's gonna
Dude,
say
that's
COVID.
true.
year.
Everyone
Yeah,
hates
so basically I hated that season because like the hardware people didn't really get to like work together as a team, but we kind of like handed the role out like one person at a time.
Dude, yeah.
And then personally, I never got to like touch or see the robot.
Dude, I remember it was like, we had like the conveyor belt system where like we give it to one person, then the next person.
So I feel like that year was just like really boring.
Yeah, that's terrible. No, I'd agree. The COVID year, not only just for robotics strictly, but also just in general because obviously online classes, it was nice to be able to like, you know, wake up like 10 minutes before school started and just open my computer, like have like my pajama pants on and toss on a t-shirt.
The COVID year was not my least favorite season.
Really? What was your least favorite then?
My least favorite season was Skystone.
Oh, that is a hot take.
Wait, why?
Listen, it is controversial, and I did not like Ultimate Goal, I'll be honest. But Ultimate Goal's season was not that bad. Like if it was in person, it would get way less hate. It was designed to be an online year, and you know, like the COVID part sucked, but it is what it is. Skystone was just like rough in general because it was way too easy to lose all of the progress you made in a
actually,
match.
that's bad.
But I feel like that was like
That's part of its fun.
Yeah,
isn't
I
it?
feel like that was like the
It was fun, but like if you were second driver, which
Oh, that's
I
true.
was,
Actually, yeah.
it was like way too much pressure.
That's true, yeah, the pressure. Dude, I remember the drive team would come back like anxiously panicking. Oh my god, we just did this all this time, we're gonna fix it.
If your linear slider was like shaky or just like broke one match, like your entire career was over in
Your
Skystone. Yeah.
I just remember,
Like it was over.
and yeah, and I think, what time is it? I think that's basically time.
Yeah.
I don't know how we do kind of an outro, but I guess thank you so much for watching.
Yeah.
This was our first episode, so it was kind of a bit scuffed and a bit of a more prototype episode. But hopefully you guys still enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I think it was fun. Anything else you guys want to say first?
Thanks for watching the first episode of ToborTalk.
Let's go.
Bye guys.
Bye. Wait, can we do like a peace sign? Yay. Okay, let's end it.